Welcome back to the Pitchside Studio. We're talking about Pakistan versus Bangladesh, Test 1 and Day 2. And let's have a look at what the pitch is going to play like or look like, along with Athar Ali Khan.
Since 2019, 5 test matches have been played on this surface at this venue. Just above 62% number of wickets taken by the seamers, which has suggested that it has been a seam-friendly pitch. And that was the case even yesterday when the Bangladesh bowlers pitched it on the right area and troubled the batters. They had Pakistan in some sort of trouble at 16 for 3 in the 9th over. And I'm looking at Day 2 of this surface. Hardly any changes yet. Probably what I'm just wondering, there are a bit of a cracks here and there. I'm standing right in front, in the middle area, in the good length area. Quite a lot of grass. I like this surface. I like what the curators have done here, because once you leave the live grass in, there's something for the seamers, and that's exactly what Bangladesh will be hoping. Come back today and make early breakthrough. It is a good partnership in the making between Mohammad Rizwan and Saud Shakil. But if Bangladesh bowlers can pick up early wickets, they will dent the hopes for Pakistan not to put on a big total. It's still a really good surface to bowl on. It's the first hour. It's going to be very important. Bowl in the right areas, ask the questions, and put the pressure on Pakistan on Day 2.
Yeah, Athar Ali Khan's last sentence. Bowl in the right areas. Bazat, yesterday, if you take an overall look of the seamers from Bangladesh and how they bowled, especially with that new ball, quite disciplined, Hassan and Shariful especially.
I think, yeah, the new ball bowlers bowled beautifully. Their lengths were extremely concise and almost attack the top of the stumps all the time, and that's the length you've got to bowl at. But then I think their support bowlers, Naheed, he was expensive because he's got pace but not the accuracy. Then the spinners, so that's where Bangladesh sort of lacked. If they had got that pressure from their third and fourth bowler, this would have been a different position altogether, because they just let that pressure go. And that control, you need control here. You talk about seam movement, but you also need control. You don't need the batters getting runs freely and build pressure that way. And as the test match goes on, that will be the bigger theme, because the pitch will get better and you'll need to have your lines and lengths and the pressure and the control very, very important for taking wickets.
If you just look at yesterday, 16 for 3 Pakistan in the 9th over, you feel that the spinner was brought in a little too early. Probably could have continued a little more with Shariful, at least one of them.
Yeah, I thought that was an error in some ways. And then the way that they used Navid Rana, he sort of was used as an enforcer in many ways. And I think if I was a batsman, I'd be thinking, if you're going to bowl halfway down this pitch, I'm going to enjoy that. Because the real testing conditions were top of off stump. And you could see the Bangladeshi bowlers, particularly Shariful Islam and, of course, Hassan Mahmood, I thought was the pick of the bowlers. I thought he was outstanding yesterday. And one of the reasons is that he held his length. He held his line. And you could see that it maybe wasn't a natural line and length for them. They were trying really hard to get it fuller, get the batsman driving. And I mean, you know, it was the 2 driving deliveries really that took the wicket. The balls that were short of a length, batsmen had time to adjust.
Yeah, you're talking about driving lengths. You're just again coming back to the point, 16 for 3 Pakistan. Did you feel that suddenly Bangladesh in that second part of that second session started bowling short, and that really put them off their lengths?
Look, there's a couple of aspects to that. One, the new ball bowlers, they couldn't bowl. They bowled 5-6 overs, but you can't have them bowling 10-15 overs on the trot. Once the change bowlers, I'd say, came on, the lengths changed. And also the fact that Saim Ayub then got in, Saud Shakil played beautifully, and then they were allowed the lengths as well, which was short. A lot of that is with Naheed, because Naheed wants to bowl short, he's quick, and he bangs the ball into the pitch. So a lot of those lengths are Naheed's. I think the one bowler, obviously the bowler that doesn't play, you always miss him, or somebody who's not playing always becomes a better player. But I think they missed Taskeen here. Taskeen would have been a handful. If they had Taskeen as their third seamer, it would have tested Pakistan even more.
Yeah, he's got lots of experience, wasn't available for that first game. Now, time for us to take a short break. When we come back, we've got more on this first test match. Well, welcome back once again to the Pitchside Studio. We're talking about Day 2 of the first test between Pakistan and Bangladesh. And now the big talk about is spin handy on this surface. Pakistan is playing, well, all seam attack. And Bangladesh, of course, has the more conventional selection of 11. They've got 2 spinners. The 2 were in operation yesterday. Maybe Shakib came in a little too late. I'll bring in Bazid. Pakistan's batting strategy against against Mahdi, mostly because he bowled most of the overs in terms of spin.
Yeah, they attacked him, and there wasn't spin at all in the serve, didn't turn at all, so the opportunity was there. Once the fast bowlers were taken off, they thought that this is the opportunity to really exert yourselves, and both players, Saim and Saud Shakil, play spin very, very well. Even now Rizwan batting, he'll play spin very, very well, so they'll make sure that they apply pressure on the spinners. It's the opportunity to, especially on the first day, to score runs against the spinners.
Nick, million-dollar question. Is there room for a specialist spinner in the 11 on this surface?
I don't think there is. I think you've got to look at the stats. You've got to look at the percentage of wickets that are taken by Seam at Rawalpindi. I think Pakistan have made the right decision. I think the wicket might get a little bit quicker. The sun is hot, let's be honest. So I think the wicket might bake a little bit. We saw it was a little bit slow earlier, and I think it might just speed up a bit more for those Pakistan pacers. I don't think it's going to spin a huge amount. I think you saw yesterday there was a great opportunity for batsmen to really top up their score, and that helped.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. We'll leave you to get into some shade. And now time for us to join the action. Very soon, day 2. Pakistan 158 for 4, with Rizwan and Saud Shakil will be coming out and continuing where they left off. Enjoy.